Hallo Leute, herzlich willkommen bei Study German. My name is Prarthana and I'm here to improve your German as well as my German. Today I'll be sharing with you few things, tips, tricks so that you can score full marks in your A1 oral exams. I'm also going to give you 5 important things that you should do during or before your oral exams. So please stay tuned until end because I'm going to give you those 5 tips at the end. The reason I'm actually filming this video is because this video is taking hike. So I understand that you guys actually want videos which are related to your A1 exam. You want to know what you can expect in your A1 exam and how can you crack your A1 exam. So I have decided to make a series called How to Prepare for Your A1 German Exams. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification icon so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Also give this video a big fat thumbs up. And now before further ado, let's get started. You're going to give a total of 4 exams, that is Hören, Lesen, Schreiben and Sprechen. So till now and according to my experience, your Hören exam will be conducted first and then Lesen and then Schreiben, and your Sprechen exam will be conducted at the end. Before your Sprechen exam, they will allot you in groups of 3 to 4 people, and these groups and your seat numbers will be listed. So make sure you check it out before your oral exams. Your oral exam is not going to be individual. You are going to be put into groups. So make sure you check your list, and maybe you can also get to know who your partners are and you can practice with them before your oral exams. Now your oral exams are going to be divided into 3 parts. So your first part is introduction, second is question and answers round, and third is something which I like to call request round. Now in your introduction round, you have to introduce yourself, and I would suggest memorize your introduction. Why am I actually suggesting to memorize your introduction is because this is your first round. So this is going to be your first and last chance to create a good impression in front of your examiner. Also, because they will be providing you few points which you have to cover in your introduction. So in your exam, they will provide you this chart. If you can see, I think I'll put the picture on the screen, but this is the exact page, or these are the exact points which will come in your A1 exam for your introduction, and these points never change, like they never ever change. I have given my exam, I think 5 to 6 years back. Until now the pattern is same exact. Even my students have the same pattern. So the points are Name, your name, Alter, your age, Land, country, Wohnort, where you live, Sprachen is languages, so which languages do you speak, how many languages do you speak, Beruf, your profession, and hobby. So if you don't know how to introduce yourself in German, watch this particular video. I have made in detail introduction which is point to point for your A1 exam. Now, another suggestion I would like to give you is have 1 to 2 points of your own. So for example, you can add your favorite dish, your best friend's name, or what games you play, anything that will make you stand out from the lot or from the group you have been allotted. This does not make your introduction look fake but more natural. Now, if you memorize your introduction, you're not going to fumble, and that will create a very good impression. They will know that you know German, you're confident in German, you're not fumbling, and you have come prepared, you're serious about your A1 German exam. Now, one tip I would give you, I think I have said this in my introduction video, that's why I say that video is extremely important for your oral exams, so please go watch it. So the tip is that you have to start your introduction with greeting. So first of all, greet your examiner depending upon time. If it's morning, greet Guten Morgen. If it's afternoon, greet Guten Tag. But just start with a greeting. It's always polite to start with a greeting and then go with introducing yourself. Similarly, At the end or while ending your introduction, just say das ist alles. Das ist alles means that is all. Danke, thank you. Just say these things. These things also add up in your marks. Now, after you have introduced yourself, the examiner might ask you 1 to 2 questions relating to your introduction. So for example, if you have said that you know French or you know Spanish, you can speak Spanish as well. So he or she, that examiner, might ask you, can you spell 1 or 2 words in Spanish? Can you spell this word in French, and etc. Similarly, they can also ask you your phone number. They can also ask you to pronounce your name in German. So these kind of basic questions will be asked after your introduction. So while answering such questions, make sure you answer in full sentence. If you answer just in single word or 1 or 2 words, this is going to impact on your marks. Our second round is the question answer round. So for question answer, they will provide you a few flashcards. Now these are literally DIY flashcards. I've made them at home, but I'll put the picture of actual flashcard on the screen. So your flashcard will have a theme and a word. So while starting second round, they will put few flashcards on the screen upside down, and you have to select one card. You have to check what it is in your card, which word is there in your card. So for example, in my card, the theme is, Thema means theme, by the way. So my theme is Freundschaft and my word is Spielen. So I have to make a question, I have to form a question using the word Spielen or using the verb Spielen, which should be related to Freundschaft. So you have to use the word in your question, and your question, your entire question should be related to the theme. So for example, my word here is spielen. So I can ask, wann spielst du mit deinem Freund? Wann spielst du mit deinem Freund? When do you play with your friend? So now, why did I use friend? Because my theme here is Freundschaft. So I have to make a question which is related to my theme. If I would have asked, wann spielst du mit deinem Onkel, or wann spielst du mit deinen Eltern, that would have been completely wrong, because my theme is friends, my theme is friendship and not parenthood or not something related to family. That's why I used Freund in my question as well, so that I have my word or a verb. In this case, I have a verb spielen in my question, and also my question is related to my theme. Now you have to ask. Now whom do you actually have to ask this question? You have to ask this question to your partner. So as I said, you will be allotted in a group of 3 to 4 people. So whoever is next to you, you have to ask question to him or her. Now after you have asked your question, that person will answer your question. Again, it goes vice versa. He or she will ask you a question and you have to answer it. So while answering the question, make sure you answer it in full sentence. Again, always remember, while answering, you have to answer in full sentence. Please don't answer in 1 or 2 words. One cute tip I would like to give is, always ask a WH question. So wo, wann, wie, where, was, mit wem, any WH question is more preferable. Now, for example, if you get a word and you don't really know what WH question you can form, or you're not able to form any WH question with that given word. So for example, telefonierst, just an example, you're not able to make any WH question with that word, then you can make a yes or no question. So you can make a yes or no question instead of the WH question. Our third round is what I like to call the request round. Here, the main grammar topic, that is imperative, comes into the frame. So you have to know what is imperative. So imperative is nothing but a sentence formulation where you order or request someone. So for example, you will be again given flashcards in this round, and instead of word, now in your second round you had a word, correct? So in our second round we had the word spielen. So instead of spielen, you will get a picture. So I'll put the flashcard which actually comes in your exam on this screen. This is just one example. So in my flashcard I have the photo of apple. Now for apple I say apfel. So there are two ways in which you can request someone. Way number one, kannst du mir bitte einen Apfel geben? Kannst du mir bitte einen Apfel geben? Way number two, gib mir bitte einen Apfel. Gib mir bitte einen Apfel. So if you have observed, the second part is where actually the imperative was in the picture. The first part I used modal verb. So you can use modal verb if you really don't know what is the imperative form of the verb or the particular verb you are using. If you don't know the imperative form, you can surely go with the modal verb and just form a yes or no question such as kannst du mir bitte einen Apfel geben? Now, what is important here is that you have to request. So the word bitte is important. So whether you make a modal verb question or you make an imperative sentence, you have to add bitte in your question or your sentence. Now again, to whom you're going to ask or to whom you're going to request is your partner, someone who is sitting next to you. Now, when you ask or when you request, your partner will have to respond to it. So for example, he or she may respond ja, ja bitte, ja sicher, ja natürlich, nein, tut mir leid aber nicht. So yes or no, he will answer you in yes or no. These are the options you can also use when someone requests you in your exam and you have to answer it, because this round will go vice versa. So one time you have to request, another time you have to answer. I'm actually having a book here and I've written all the points in this book because I really don't want to miss any point. I always tend to forget one or two points and then I regret while editing. So I really don't want to miss any points. So the first tip I've actually written is, if you don't know any word, okay, so for example in your round 2 and round 3, so in your question answer round or your request round, if you don't know what is the meaning of the word in your flashcard or what it is called in German, for example when it comes to round 3, that is your request round, so you don't know what is the word for that particular picture in German, you can surely ask your examiner to change that flashcard and give you another one. But yes, it will impact on your marks, it will have an impact on your marks, but it won't be that much. So they hardly will deduct 1 to 2 marks, but not much. It's always better to change your flashcard rather than forming a question or a request that is entirely wrong because you don't even know the meaning of that word or of that picture. The next tip is again for your second and third round. Most of the tips are here for second and third round. Take a moment before asking question or before requesting. So in your second and third round, when you get the flashcard, when you read the word, take 30 seconds, form the entire question in your mind, make sure it's grammatically correct or make sure at least you think it's grammatically correct, and then ask it confidently. Okay? This way you're not going to fumble while asking questions. You are allowed to take a frame of 30 to 40 seconds for yourself for forming or for formulating the question in your mind, because this is just A1 level, this is the basic level. You are allowed to take 30 seconds before actually asking question to your partner. Now, the third point which I have written here is mistakes. So for example, if you have made a mistake while saying a sentence or while asking a question and you understood, you realized that you made the mistake, say sorry, say Entschuldigung or tut mir leid, and then restart the entire sentence. So start the entire sentence again. This way you're not at all going to lose your marks, because your examiner has realized that you have realized your mistakes, so he or she will not deduct your marks. But if you have realized your mistake and you have still not changed your sentence or you have still not changed your question, it is going to impact on your marks. The fourth one is, before every round, your examiner will explain you the entire round in German. So there will be some words, some sentences you have never heard before, and you will panic. I know you guys will panic, but there's no need to panic. They're just explaining you the round in German. They are just going to explain you everything I've explained in this video. For example, in introduction, they will try to explain you that these are the points you have to cover in your introduction, and then they might even show you how to introduce yourself. So they will introduce you, or they will introduce one another and just show you how you have to introduce yourself. Similarly for second and third round as well. So don't panic, because they're going to do everything in German. So you don't have to panic, you don't have to worry, you don't have to feel that I didn't understand anything what she has said or what he has said. It's nothing. So just chill, keep your calm, and just go with these rounds. These are the exact rounds which are going to come. Don't worry at all. And the fifth tip is the last tip. Be confident, okay? Always be confident. You have prepared for your exam, you have memorized your introduction, you have practiced your second and third round, you have done everything, you know everything. So just keep calm and answer all the questions confidently. Those were all the tips and tricks for your A1 oral exams. I hope this was enough. I hope you're satisfied, and I hope this was helpful. You don't even know, I have shot this video I guess for 3 or 4 times, and every time I used to shoot, something used to happen. The lights were not good enough, there was a lot of noise coming from outside. One time my camera just stopped filming itself. I don't know what happened. So this is, I think, my 5th time I'm shooting this video, and I'm so happy that I included all the points I wanted and gave you everything. So I hope it was useful and helpful. If it was, please give this video a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll put that gold round thing below, and yeah, I'll meet you in the next video. Bis dann, cheers.